Well, here you can see how I started the building this machine by uh, drawing it on paper on a scale of 1 to 1, in other words a real size. And once I put it all on paper, all the pieces that made this machine was drawn on paper. I cut it and I pasted on the Baltic birch half-inch plywood, and I used the bandsaw to cut around them and the outside parts. And some pieces I had to cut it with a scroll saw. Now, especially some of the inside parts. The other inside parts I cut with a router and a rider table. You can see there are some tricky curves right here, and that needed to be done on the router table. Some of the receding recesses I did it on the drill with a drill motor. And here I use a piece of aluminum pipe to make the bushings, and a quarter for a washer that was a perfect size. So you can see here it's already done. The machine is already done. I tried to tune it up and adjust things that needed to be adjusted so it will work smoothly. And here you can see a mechanical spring that I installed in lieu of a bungee cord. You can see the spring and the width of the domino width adjustment. Here is the anchorage point on the outside and the back side of the machine. You can see here I installed the motor or the router with the router bit. You can see here a view from the back side, the way I routed the cable. And this is the hookup for the vacuum cleaner. I'm not going to demonstrate the my version of the Alexei imitation dominoes by an unknown company. I took the design Alexei did, and I'm not sure if it's Russia, Ukraine, or Latvia, or one of those countries, but it's on YouTube. And he had a machine kind of like this one, but I modified certain things that he incorporated. Although I couldn't find another motor to take a bigger bit. So my solution was to take a two straight cutter bit, and fit it with a 1/4 inch collar on it. And it worked quite well. The rest of the features are almost right. I installed a mechanical spring in lieu of a bungee cord he had. I incorporated some screws where it has some major bolt problems. I had to cut a groove where the bottom slider goes, so I hide the head of the bolt. Otherwise, they give me very limited width on the domino. This time I demonstrated. I will demonstrate without the vacuum cleaner hose, so make it more viewable. And I added also a window, so you don't have the chips in your face when you're operating the machine. So a plexiglass window. You had to cut out there so you can see the alignment on your work. So I put a plexiglass window, and that prevents a lot of blow-by out of that window without the plexiglass. So without any further, I would like to demonstrate how it works. I also will have it for sale. Okay, you can see here we can demonstrate in another piece how well the machine works. Hence I was surprised to see the way the machine works. You can make the like I said before, the domino fits tight, or you can fit it a little bit looser. It doesn't make any difference. This is another test, another demonstration. And again, it fits the way it's supposed to. You can see one side is a little bit looser and the other side is a little bit tighter. Just to show you that you can make it any way you want it. In some instances, you wouldn't want it too tight. Same type of same size mortise fitting on the same side, so that way you can see that the whole idea is repetitive. You don't have to worry about it. Every hole will be different. That's the purpose of having a machine. You can see here, that's the last hole I made with a machine. It's a perfect mortise to fit a perfect thing. Now, you can make a tent with just a tenet and use the other piece with a built-in tent. So that way you don't have to use the domino. I'm using here the domino just to demonstrate the homemade dominoing machine or tenoing machine is feasible. Don't need to spend over $1,000 for one of these machines. After the demonstration on the answer for the very expensive Domino's tool joiner that we always wish we had it, but it's our most of us reach the amateur woodworkers or the people that just learning, or the people that has just a hobby, or people that have a very small business that can justify that type of expense, because that will eat the profit for a whole week or maybe more. In my case, you know, I don't do it for a living, only very small pieces sporadically here and there, because I don't know what to do with all the stuff I build around my shop. And I have a pocket shop. It's not just just a very small shop, but it is a pocket shop. I would say more like a. Let me turn off the compressor. It's more like a wallet shop, more than a pocket shop. But I came across a video on YouTube, and I saw that Alexei, people, and finally I figured it out, it's in Russian because the email finished with a .ru. So I figured out it's in Russian somewhere. But excellent idea. I copy it with his permission, and I have it over here, and it works flawlessly. Thank God. It's a great idea. It's a little bit more bulky than the other Domino's joiner, but what it doesn't do on the sides of it, it does it on the economic side, and it does it very well. It does it almost exclusively just like it. Now, you can use the dominoes that they sell, or you can make your own dominoes, any size you want to. You can make a dominoes any size you want to. So, maximum width probably be 1.5 inches. You can make it a 1/2 inch. I wouldn't go any further than a 1/2 inch, or maybe 5/8 or 3/4. That 3/4 would be the maximum of the maximum, and I would do it every day because probably that will strain the 1 horsepower motor. Unless you put a bigger motor, then you can do whatever your heart desire on the Mortesing. Now remember, this motor is adjustable in a few more ways than the Festool can do. But all the other way, every single way Festool adjusted, this one is adjusted. But you can adjust it other ways. You, by moving the vertical fence, you can put multiple joints and the vertical tenons. And you can put 1, 2, 3, or 4 tenons, depending on how big the piece is. Or you can slide it just half and half. You put, for example, you have a 1/2 inch bit, and you want to put a 1 inch tenon. Just by slicing another half, by moving and sliding the horizontal fence 1/2 inch, you can make another pass, and then you can put a 1 inch tenon. You know, simple as things like that you can do with this thing. Multiple tenons, either horizontal or vertical, also. So there will be a bunch of things that you can do with this. Just use your imagination. Now I will put a link underneath with an email, so you can email me and see if you can purchase one. I can buy the motor for you, or you can buy your own motor. That's up to you. Okay? Thank you very much for watching, guys. And well, please, you can come out with great ideas too. Thank you. Hasta luego.